Well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Uh, Today is Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. Usually on Tuesday, Via teaches. Her back is still out, although she's on the mend. So I'm taking her Tuesday class. But if you're watching on YouTube, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that. We are going to need two yoga blocks, and your Neuro ball today for class, and of course your trusty chair. So the focus is on hips, and we're going to do some foot stuff. So we're going to start in the normal fashion with supine static rest, your legs on a chair or couch. We're putting our lower back into traction. Your hips are a few inches away from the bottom of the chair, and they're in a neutral position, so you have the natural curve of your lower back. You're not flattening your back against the floor. And your arms can be wherever you choose. You want to breathe normally. Bring your awareness, yourself, into the room for the next 7 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer. This is such a great position. It's a good position for meditation. It's a good position if you've been on your feet after a long day. So just relax into it. Bring yourself into your space. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. And if you choose, you can curl your tongue under the roof of your mouth. This would tighten your lower jaw. And move your head slowly from right to left about 6 times. So very slowly from right to left. And then right to left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6. Okay. So we're going to do vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. So your head is straight ahead. Your head is straight forward. You're looking straight ahead. You can do this sitting up, or you can do it lying down. Your head is stationary. Just your eyes move. So you start by moving your eyes to the right. Wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. Oh, excuse me, it comes right away for me. I've been doing this for a while. If you haven't done this, it may take a while. So just your eyeballs, you're trying to stimulate the vagus nerve, which runs down the side of your skull. And then bring your eyes back to forward, and then move just your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. For me, it's harder on the left. I don't know why. Come back to center. Now go ahead and do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Go ahead and finish up. So the next thing we're going to do is head ramping. You can leave your head on whatever support you have, your washcloths or a pillow, or you can put a set of therapy balls or sponge ball under your head. Now, again, you can also do this sitting up. What we're going to do is we are pressing our occipital ridge, that bony part between your ears that runs along your scalp line, away from the rest of the body. We're trying to reverse TextNet from looking down at our devices all the time. So whatever your position you're in, or whatever you've put behind your head, you just press that part of your neck back, either towards the floor, towards the back wall, excuse me, and hold. Your chin follows, but the chin does not direct it. The chin just goes along for the ride. and then release. We're going to do this 4 more times. Excuse me. Press, hold, and release. I do this on a regular basis. It helps me. I also look down at my devices a lot. So press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. Last one. Press, hold, and release. That's one of those movements you can do pretty much any place, anywhere, while you're driving, while you're standing in line at the grocery store. It's not real obvious. So the next thing we're doing is our breathing exercise is Viloma breathing. And we'll see how I do with this cold. I'm having trouble breathing, but Viloma breathing is taking, as Via calls it, sips of air. So you inhale a third of your lungs and pause, and then inhale a second third of your lungs and pause, and then inhale to full capacity and pause, and then a normal exhale. It's a really good relaxing breathing exercise. So inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale. One more time. Inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, pause, and exhale. Okay, good job. Now, if you choose, you can move away from your chair, push it away, move it away, or you can stay in this position if you choose. Whatever works for you. We're going to do the vacuum. This is a movement or exercise designed to help strengthen that pelvic floor. Your knees can be bent or they can be extended. For me, it works best if my legs are extended. So it's whatever works for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a normal inhale and then exhale and empty our lungs completely. While we do that, we're going to go ahead and press our lower back and also our belly button down towards the floor to flatten our back and hold the air out of our lungs for the count of 10 and then release. So a normal inhale and exhale everything out of your lungs. Press that belly button to the floor. Hold it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute for your breath to come back to normal. It takes a couple of breaths. A normal inhale. And then exhale everything out of your lungs. Press that belly button to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Exhale. Give it a minute for your breath to come back. normal inhale. Now exhale everything out of your lungs. Press that belly button towards the floor. Hold it down. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale and exhale. Okay. This is a very simple exercise. I find doing it on a daily basis really helps. Let's go ahead and come on up to sitting. Take your time. We're going to do our regular side bend and thoracic twist warm-ups. So we'll start on the right. This is our side bend with lat stretch. Slide your hand along the mat. Upper hand comes up and over. Setting my timer for 40 seconds. Be aware of where you're feeling this. I personally am feeling it right down my side here. We're going to move our arm in just a few seconds to get a different stretch. Now lower your arm, your upper arm, until it's parallel to the floor. Reach for that corner. Again, be aware of where you feel this. I'm feeling it in my underarm and down my back. Arm up, torso up. Okay, other side. Hand along the mat. Upper arm comes up and over. You may find you can lean further on one side than the other. That's normal. We're built that way. It's stretch. You choose, you can stretch a little more. Now, lower your upper arm and stretch with that arm. You should feel a different kind of a stretch. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, arm up, torso up. Good job. Now we're going to do a rotation. So your left arm, your left hand's going to go on your right knee. Your right arm will go behind you on your fingertips, spider fingers. This is your support arm. So it goes behind you, and then you rotate your shoulders towards the right. This is a thoracic back rotation. You're rotating your upper back. Keep your shoulders back and your back straight. You can move your head back and forth if you choose. Or you can move your rib cage back and forth if you choose. Or you can just enjoy the sensation. Just be aware of where you're feeling this. Okay, come on around. And we'll do the other side. Right hand on left knee, left arm is behind you. Fingertips, spider fingers. Rotate your shoulders. Remember your options with your head or your rib cage. Make sure your shoulders are back and your back is straight. And there we go. Let's switch our legs. Now, the last thing we're doing in this triplet is the flat back hip hinge. So your back, it's just what it is. Your back is straight. Your back is flat. And we're going to go down to the right. And you're not going to notice I'm not going down all the way, because if I were to do that, I would be slouching. So I'm keeping my back straight, looking down at my knee, and then across to the opposite knee, and then up, and then down to the left knee, across, and up. So not going down all the way, because the shoulders are back, the back stays straight. Do it again. Down, across, and up. You can do this sitting in a chair. You can do it on the floor, whatever works for you. Down to the left, across, and up. Okay, one more time. Down to the right, across, and up, and then down to the left, across, and up. Very good. Okay. So grab 2 blocks. We're going to do the, the progressive, figure 4 progressive. So we're back supine. I'm going to demonstrate this, and then I'll show you options. So we are back on the mat, knees bent, feet flat. When we do a figure 4, we want to make sure that we are pulling our knee back as far as possible before we move that ankle to the opposite leg. We don't just come up and twist it. The knee is not meant to go that way, and you can hurt your knee. So you pull it back as much as possible. That way it's not as much of a twist. Now, for some of you, this is the best position you can do, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to stay at any level, then you stay at that level. That's fine. I'm learning a lot of yoga is doing what you can do, not what your neighbor can do, or not what you think you should do, just what you can do. So what we'll be doing is we'll be going into this position. I didn't go far enough, did I? To this position, and we'll be putting blocks under our foot and going higher and higher. And at each level, it's a little bit more intense. So if you're uncomfortable with that level, just back it off. There's no shame in that. So the first level is we're going to start with our right leg. It's just pulling your knee back, putting it on the opposite knee, putting it on the opposite thigh. And we're going to be here for 30 seconds. Now, when you're in this position, you have options. You can gently push on your knee. You can play with the foot that's in the air, rotate, point, and flex, and play with the foot that's on the floor. Or not. You could just be in this position. 30 seconds. Okay. Now the next is to put a block under your lower foot. You can take your leg off your leg if you choose, but remember, pull that knee back as far as possible before you put it back up there. And again, 30 seconds. We've got our options. Gently push on this knee. It's in the air. Play with the foot. Rotate, point and flex. Also with the foot below. This is a good hip opener. Okay, that was 30 seconds. That went by fast. The next step, and I do have to take my leg off to do this, is to put a second block under your foot. So I've got 2 blocks there. My foot's on there, pulling the knee back as far as possible, and then putting it on the opposite knee. This is we're getting a little intense now. It's up to you. You can stay just on the 1 block if you choose. In my case, the knee's a lot closer, so I can push it. The lower foot for me is a little unsteady, so I'd rather play with my upper foot. So you can choose to move around like this or not. Remember, you can stay at any level you choose. Now we're done with the blocks. The next level, let me go ahead and set the timer first, is to grasp behind the thigh. Now you can use a strap for this if you choose, or not. In this case, both legs are in the air, and you can play with both feet. You can also use your elbow to push your knee away if you choose. I'm beginning to feel like a pretzel. Like I say, you stay at any level that feels most comfortable to you. You don't have to do what I do. This is just an option. You can also straighten your leg if you choose. And we're going to call that 30 seconds. I thought I had hit my timer. So the 4th position, there it is with your hands on your shin. And now you're all tied up like a pretzel. So you have options with your feet. And you may feel the stretch all the way along from your hip, your IT band, or not. You can rock back and forth. All right. So that is it for that side. We're going to do the other side. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so remember, pull that knee back before we put it on the other thigh. And 30 seconds. So here we are in position 1. We can point and flex our feet, rotate our ankle, and gently push on our knee. I really like this series. I feel like my hips really open up in it. Okay. Now we've got brick number 1. We're going to put under our foot, under our lower foot, reset the timer. And again, options. You can also wiggle our toes if you choose. Okay. Now the next step is the second brick. So foot on the brick, knee as far back as you can before you place it. And we'll set the timer this time. So again, you can gently push on your knee. If you have knee surgery or knee issues, do not do this. Do not push. But if you do push, push gently. So wiggle your toes, rotate your ankle. Point and flex. Warm up. We're going to do the 6-point foot release. It's a good warm up for that. Okay, 30 seconds. Next step or next level. Hands behind your thigh. There we go. Now with both feet in the air, you're free to do whatever you choose with your feet. Hi, foot. How you doing? I'm good. The cold medicine's getting to me. Okay. All right, that was 30 seconds. And the last position. Hands on your shin. At this point, I find just rolling back and forth gently for me. It feels good. All right. Okay. Good job, guys. Good deal. Okay. So I had a note to do this and I forgot, but oh, no, this is my note. We're going to go ahead and do the 6-point foot release with the Neuro balls. So if you have your Neuro ball, you'll want to break it apart. Give me just a minute to set up. And while I'm doing that, I want you to walk around your room, your space, and just notice how your feet feel. We're going to do this after as well. So I just want you to pay attention to how you're feeling. Now, I recommend having something to hang on to, like a chair or a wall or a couch when you're doing this. And I bring out a platform because I'm on a carpet. So we're going to do 1 foot at a time. And we're going to do 30 seconds on each spot. So we start with right below the mound of the toes on this part of the foot. You can put as much weight on it as you choose while you're here. And if you're able, pointing and spreading and flexing your toes is always a very good option to do. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay. Now we're going to move down to the center of the foot, right in the middle of the arch. 30 seconds. And again, anytime you can, while you're pressing, spread your toes, scrunch and spread your toes. It's always good. Sort of an add-on. Oh. righty. Now the third position is either right on or right below the big toe mound, or the heel mound, not the big toe mound, the heel mound. Some people prefer it right below, some people prefer it right on. It's whatever works for you. And again, if you can, you want to stretch your toes while we're doing this. Okay. Now move up and to the outside of the arch, the outside of the foot. I can't remember, is it the outside or the inside? Well, we'll do both. So anyway, the outside of the foot.
Start on the outside and then you move to the inside.
Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember. Okay, hold on, timer. There we are. Okay, outside of the foot. Sometimes I find this to be very tender. And again, if you choose, you can point and flex your toes. I was looking at a chart on feet the other day, and there are so many things in our feet that affect the rest of our body. It's amazing. Okay, now inside of the arch. For me, this is also a tender spot. So 30 seconds. That's right, outside, inside, then up to the toe. That's how it goes. Okay. And then the last position is directly under the big toe mound. Okay. That's it for that side. Now we're going to do the other foot. I need to rearrange a little. Okay. Now we start again under the toes in general. Thirty seconds. Okay, and then we go down to the arch. 30 seconds. Okay. This always makes my feet feel so good, like I've had a foot massage. Alrighty, now down to the heel, either right on the heel or right in front of the heel. Whichever works for you. Okay, moving on to the outside of the center of the foot. 30 seconds. And now the inside of the center of the foot. This, well, my left foot is very tender for some reason for me. Okay, here we go. Okay, and the last one under the big toe mound. All righty, that completes the 6-point foot release. Now walk around the room again and see if you notice any difference in the way your feet feel. Take a few steps, both forward and backward. I know my feet feel different. Okay. Back to the mat. We're going to do some quick core work and then yoga nidra. So. Okay. So here we are on our back, supine. We're going to do leg lifts. Now, I'll give you options. Not everybody can do these. First of all, if you put your hands under your hips, it might make it easier. But what the movement is this to this. Now, if you have trouble with this, you can do one leg at a time. Or you can just bring your legs up flat and then straighten them out. Or you can raise your legs and lower them. We'll just do 5 very slow ones. So whatever works for you. Or whatever option works for you. So 1. We're not touching the floor. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. Come on down. Okay, great. That's it. Go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. Make sure that you're lying someplace comfortable. You might want to cover your eyes. I will guide you to systematically move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Make sure that you are warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I will guide you to systematically move your attention through internal points. So allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Go ahead and begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms out overhead. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, then the other. Now, hug your right knee to your chest and hold it there for just a minute. Thank you, knee. Let that go. Straighten that leg out. Hold your left knee to your chest for just a moment. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. Now hold both knees to your chest and slowly roll back and forth. Feel that massage on your back. Feels good. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll over and face the camera using your lower arm as a pillow support. We're going to stay here for just a minute. This is our gratitude minute, where we take a minute to be grateful. Grateful that we could get together and move like this. I'm grateful that I could move with you, even though I'm still contagious. And I'm grateful that I can move. And I'm grateful that you can move with me. So let's all be grateful together for just a minute. So when you're ready, come on up to sitting, or you can stay where you are if that's what you choose. I'm switching my view to gallery and removing my spotlight. Remove spotlight, there it is. Might want to unmute yourself if you choose. Feel free to stay where you are. Hands at your heart. I want to thank you for joining me today in some good moves. You know, I have this cold, but I do feel better after these classes. Glad you could join me. Let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Nice day.
You too.